If you got.
Yeah, I don't know where 3 deep came from. I always like to say 8 to 10. So I do believe we're 2 deep. Maybe trying to figure out still who 9 and 10 are when we get in the game situation and see how they perform when the lights are on. But I do feel like we have 2 deep right now.
Has Fadal's injury made it harder to get to that 9 and 10? I guess is that part of it too?
Yeah, of course. Anytime you lose a starter for an extended period of time, you got to move some pieces around and find out really what you have. And all of a sudden, a third stringer is now a second stringer, or a second stringer is a first stringer. And so we had to. It was a unique circumstance, to say the least, to go through a fall camp without a guy who has been a starter for you and who you were expecting to be a starter. So that was different.
What's your impressions of Florida State's offensive line, what you've seen on film?
Experienced group, very well coached. Their offensive line coach has been doing it for a long time, and they know what they're doing in the run game and protection-wise, and obviously blocking for a special back, that it makes it easier. But they're a talented group. I think they returned 12 guys off of last year's team, and all the starters, and I know they're replacing the right tackle, will be his first career start. Guy we actually recruited in high school as a DN, converted to offense tackle this spring. But at the end of the day, it's going to be about execution, our defense line versus their offense line in the run game, and when they want to set back and try to air it out with the young quarterback, we'll be looking for the opportunities to show our skill set as well.
Dave said yesterday that there was a chance Breland could play some defensive end Monday night. What have you seen from him when he's put in work at defensive end?
Yeah, he's just, Breland's, as most of our tackles are, pretty athletic, and he's a guy that if we need to get big against the run, we could stick out there right now. But right now, that's a last case scenario. I fully expect Fadal to play and to be able to contribute some, and GMAC has done his job as a backup in fall camp and shown me that he can be counted on if the time calls. But you never know going into these situations. We had Alabama last year. It was a hot night, and I remember some guys playing 85, 86 snaps, which is way too many. So we're going to have to keep them fresh and rotate some guys in there. But, that if we needed to move Breland, we could.
Everyone talked kind of about Breland and DJ, those are big names, but any guys maybe like a Victor or a Gerard that's really impressed you so far in fall camp?
Yeah, I've told everybody in this building that I think Victor had not the best camp of anyone, but just, the most consistent, most surprising, where you feel good about a guy where, he hasn't had a big role in the seasons past. He's played a couple snaps here and there, but he's definitely a guy now who's in the 2 deep and you can count on to give Marquise a break at any time, because he's going to come in and play good football for you. And then you mentioned those guys inside, and obviously Isaac. I feel like I have 3 starters inside with Isaac, DJ, and Breland. All 3 of those guys very experienced, very good football players. And then, for Benito Jones as a true freshman to really continue to flash and show us that he can do it. Game is different. First time ever playing in a big game, and obviously with the tragic loss of his father, he's going to have a lot of emotions going on. But as a true freshman, having him here in the spring was huge. But now, we're going to find out what he can do. But I have full confidence that he can play right now at this level.